You're accidentally destroying your garden's immune system every single day. Most gardeners spot an earthworm surfacing after rain and instinctively reach for a tool to toss it. Aside or worse, they see a slimy nuisance wriggling through their pristine beds and assume it damages roots or spreads disease. That split-second decision to remove it feels harmless, even tidy. But what if that single earthworm was the only thing keeping your tomatoes alive? The shocking truth is that a single earthworm processes up to 10 pounds of organic matter per year, while aerating soil and devouring nematodes, fungus gnat larvae, and cutworms. Research shows one healthy earthworm population eliminates over 50,000 pest insects per acre each growing season. They are microscopic pest control operating 24 hours a day. Your garden's survival literally depends on their invisible labor. Earthworms hunt through chemoreception, tasting soil with their entire body surface to detect bacterial signatures of decaying matter and pest larvae. They lack eyes but sense light intensity through photoreceptors, surfacing only when vibrations signal safety. Their muscular pharynx acts like a vacuum, sucking in prey whole before grinding it in a gizzard lined with tiny stones. Most people never realize they have teeth made of grit. Aphids cluster on stems by the thousands, sucking sap until leaves curl yellow and viruses spread. Slugs shred seedlings overnight, leaving only mucus trails. Cutworms sever tomato stems at soil level, and root knot nematodes swell roots into useless galls. Unchecked, these pests reduce yields by 80% within weeks. The damage compounds silently beneath the surface before you ever notice. Earthworms consume aphid eggs overwintering in soil, devour slug eggs before they hatch, and shred cutworm pupae hiding in their burrows. They ingest nematodes by the millions while processing organic debris. Unlike chemical sprays that vanish after rain, earthworms patrol every cubic inch of soil year-round, reproducing to match pest pressure. They are a living, self-regulating pesticide that pays you in castings. A gardener in Ohio meticulously removed every earthworm from his raised beds for 3 years, believing they attracted moles. By season 3, his carrots forked, tomatoes blossom and rotted, and brassicas collapsed from root maggots. Neighboring beds teeming with worms produced double the harvest. He watched his work rot while refusing to believe the cure was what he'd expelled. Without earthworms, soil compacts into concrete, oxygen vanishes, and anaerobic bacteria breed toxic sulfides. Pest populations explode exponentially. One female aphid produces 80 offspring weekly without predators. Fungal pathogens dominate, causing damping off and wilt. Within a single season, a vibrant garden becomes a sterile wasteland where nothing thrives. The collapse is quiet but absolute. Darwin spent 40 years studying earthworms, publishing his final book on their soil-forming power in 1881. Modern research from Cornell and Wageningen Universities confirms earthworms increase crop yields 25% while reducing fertilizer needs by half. The Rodale Institute's 30-year trial proved organic systems with high worm counts outperform conventional in drought years. This science exists, it's just buried under pesticide marketing. Earthworms detect prey through specialized chemoreceptors that identify specific amino acids from insect hemolymph at concentrations of parts per billion. They sense soil pH shifts caused by pest metabolism and navigate toward infestations like guided missiles. Their entire epidermis functions as a distributed nose, outperforming electronic sensors costing thousands. No technology matches this biological radar built from millions of years of evolution. Earthworms possess no venom, no stingers, no biting mouthparts capable of piercing human skin. Their only defense is secreting harmless colamic fluid that smells faintly of earth. Children can safely hold them, watching muscles ripple as they explore curious palms. Fear of worms is entirely learned, usually from adults who never understood their role. The only thing they attack is your garden's problems. Earthworms are the keystone architects of the soil food web, feeding springtails, mites, and beetles that in turn feed centipedes, spiders, and birds. Robins follow plows for worms, then stay to eat caterpillars. Their castings inoculate soil with beneficial microbes that protect roots and nourish mycorrhizal networks, remove worms, and the entire above-ground ecosystem, pollinators, songbirds, beneficial insects, unravels from the bottom up. Organic farmer Jean-Martin Fortier credits earthworms for his 6-figure revenue on just 1.5 acres. His no-till beds host over 800 worms per square meter, eliminating need for insecticides entirely. Neighboring conventional farms spend thousands on sprays yet battle the same pests. His carrots store longer, his greens taste sweeter, and his soil organic matter climbs annually. The worms are his unpaid workforce. Chemical pesticides create a dependency spiral. They kill pests and earthworms alike, destroying the natural predators that kept populations in check. Soil biology collapses, organic matter oxidizes, and structure degrades into dust. Next season requires more fertilizer, more water, more poison. The soil becomes a hydroponic medium, dead dirt holding synthetic nutrients. You're not gardening, you're managing a chemical IV drip. Broad-spectrum insecticides slaughter ladybugs, lacewings, ground beetles, and parasitic wasps, the very allies that control aphids and caterpillars. Neonicotinoids persist in soil for years, contaminating pollen and nectar, killing bees that pollinate your squash. Fungicides wipe out mycorrhizal fungi that extend root reach 1,000-fold. A sprayed garden looks clean but functions like a sterile hospital ward, nothing heals there. The average home gardener spends $200 annually on pesticides, fertilizers, and soil amendments to replace what earthworms provide for free. Add $75 for replacement plants lost to pests. $50 for extra watering compacted soil demands. And the hidden cost of nutrient-poor harvests. Over a decade, that's $3,000 versus $0 for protecting worms. The math is brutal. Look for reddish-brown segmented bodies 2 to 6 inches long, moving with peristaltic waves, not snake-like slithering. The clitellum, a thickened saddle-like band near the front, identifies mature adults. Unlike harmful flatworms or grubs, earthworms have no distinct head, no legs, and leave granular castings, not slime trails. Nightcrawlers surface after rain, red wigglers stay in compost. Both are allies. When you uncover an earthworm while planting, pause and watch. It will orient itself, sense the disturbance, and dive back into its burrow within seconds, often dragging a leaf fragment down with it. That single worm services a network of tunnels extending yards in every direction. Within days, the aphid colony on your roses vanishes. The slug damage on hostas stops. You're witnessing precision agriculture. First, stop tilling. It shreds worms and destroys their highways. Second, mulch heavily with leaves, straw, or wood chips to feed them and buffer temperature extremes. Third, never use synthetic pesticides or salt-based fertilizers. Both drive worms away or kill them outright. Add a worm tower, a perforated bucket buried in bed, to jumpstart populations. Build it, and they will come. I've seen master gardeners weep realizing they spent decades killing the architects of their own success. One woman confessed to salting her paths for slugs, not knowing she sterilized her beds. Another burned brush piles where worms overwintered. The regret isn't guilt, it's grief for wasted years fighting nature instead of partnering with it. The soil remembers. It always forgives if you let it. Starting tomorrow, protect every earthworm you find. Move, it's not a pest. It's your garden's immune system. Its plow, its fertilizer factory, and its pest control squad rolled into one. Share this video with one gardener who still reaches for the spray bottle. Subscribe for more soil secrets that turn struggle into abundance. Your best harvest is waiting underground.